Hello, thank you for joining me for another video on software design patterns. So today we are going to be going over literally one of the most simple design patterns in existence. And you will learn two ways to do it. You will learn the fun way and the boring normal way to do it. So this is where using Java is really kind of fun in this series. But anyway, let's just I could show you a diagram, but it would have like literally a single node on it, like a single class. I was thinking of creating one just for laughs, but I couldn't be bothered. It's just not that funny. So yeah, let's just go into Eclipse because it makes more sense. So basically, the singleton, the point of it is that you want one instance of a class, and you want to force there to be exactly one instance of the class. And you basically don't want other people building, copies of it, and you want to force anyone who uses this class to use exactly that one instance. So, I will show you the fun way to do it. Don't do this in a coding interview because people will not be happy with you. I mean, it might be worth showing them because it's actually kind of funny. But the way that you do it is you just create an enum, and then you just called singleton, and then you just call the only value instance. And yeah, this is now a singleton, by the way. That's all you have to do in Java. If you don't believe me, so we can actually add methods to this. So we could say, public void do something, right? This is a class, and we can say system dot out dot print ln, and we can print, hello world, if I could ever type today, right? And then you can say singleton dot instance dot do something, right? And then we do our Alt Shift X, and then we J, yep, and we get hello world. It's literally that simple, and you can't construct a new instance of it because it's an enum, and you're not allowed to. This is the advantage of using Java, is that Java does some fun things with enums. But yeah, if you're ever in a coding interview, show that to your interviewer after you do it the right way, because it's kind of funny. It'll really show them that you know how Java works. But the way that you do it with a class, if this is a class, this is not valid anymore because you can't create named instances of classes. And the way that you do it is you say that this is a private, it's a private singleton. This is the constructor. And I believe you want to mark this as a final class because you don't want people inheriting from it. That way people can't create a new instance. There's no way that you can do it, so you can't do new singleton. It won't let you new singleton. Yeah, it's not allowed because the constructor is not visible. Right, and so the way that you get the instance for it, what you can do is you can do one or two things. The first, you need a private static, usually final singleton variable. It's of whatever type the singleton is. And then that's just called instance. That's new singleton. And then all you have to do is you say public static singleton get instance. Then you can return instance. Okay. And so now what we do, if we want to do something with it, I should have kept the do something method. We can say public void do something. We can say system.out.println, and we can say hello world. Hello world. Yeah. So basically what will happen is we're basically not allowing people to build instances of this singleton object. We're creating a static variable that stores a reference to the one and only singleton. And then we make people go through this method to actually get access to it. And then this is a class level method, or an instance level method. So we're calling that on the instance of Singleton itself. So you cannot, just as a refresher, you cannot do Singleton dot do something because it is not a static method. So if you do that, you're not allowed to. But if you do Singleton get instance, then you are allowed to use do something. And so now we have that. And so anytime you call get instance, it references the same Singleton. Again, it just means that there's only one instance of this class. There's one and only one, and that's what we want. The use of this is hard to explain. Just sometimes it's useful. Sometimes it's hard to say. Sometimes you just want global data in your program. My personal opinion is that they are an anti-pattern and you should never use them for any reason, but they do come in handy. Another thing you can do with this is you can actually make this lazily loaded. And what I mean by that is we're not actually going to create the singleton until we need it. So we can just get rid of that. We can get rid of the final keyword because it can't be final. We say if instance is null, then we will say instance is new singleton, and then we will return it. And so what we can do is we can just set a breakpoint there, and then we can debug this, Debug as a Java application. We can switch, that's fine. So here, if we look at instance is null, so no copies of the singleton have been created. I really should have done something else with this. Can I do this? Restart. Yeah, so what you'll see is that instance is null because we are right here. And so we will continue. We printed hello world. So we went through the first instance, or went through the first do something, and then we go here. And now you can see the singleton has been created. And if we run this, it will terminate the program. And we can go back to our normal perspective. So yeah, this was just lazy loading. Basically, if we never call get instance, then this singleton will never be created. And sometimes that's useful, sometimes it's not. But yeah, that is the singleton pattern. I know I went through that kind of fast, but there's really not a lot to get. It's a really simple concept, and there's just kind of an amusing way to do it in Java. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And join me in the next one. Thank you for watching.